Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and tonight we're talking about Game Pass, Family Plan, finally being tested around the world in I believe it was Colombia and somewhere else. We're also talking about why Sony is about to lose this freaking generation, and they're not even going to know what's going to hit him. And we're also going to talk about why their developers feel the need to get on Twitter to defend a $70 price tag. If their games are worth it, why do they got to defend it? So if you like that kind of content and you want to stick around, don't forget to like and subscribe because we're going to have some fun tonight. Not necessarily toad mode. We're going into frog mode. I'm going to be kind of nice about it, not too mean. I'm not trying to be too mean because I love video games. I love playing on PlayStation, whatever. But this is why Xbox is going to win. So first of all, let's talk about Xbox Game Pass Family Plan. So the new family plan, the way they're rolling it out, they're going to roll it out, which I don't know if I'm 100% for the way they're doing this. Just because of the way it's rolling out, people are it potentially has it has the potential to raise the cost faster in the long run. So the way they're rolling this out is you can do the Xbox Game Pass family, and then you can send an email to 4 other Xboxes. So yourself and 4 other Xboxes, as long as they're in the same country. So that to me is just rife for abuse. Especially at the price point, $25. $25 will get you 5 Xboxes on Xbox Game Pass. I don't know if it's going to include gold or any of that kind of stuff, but that will give you the license for 5 Xbox consoles on the Xbox Game Pass. I personally wish they would have kept it to Xboxes that are actually on your account. Like me, like, you buy your Xbox and you got your kids, their Xboxes, whatever, all in the household. Something like a master slave type deal. Like mine would be the master Xbox, and then I could, add each one of the kids' Xboxes to the plan, as like slave Xboxes. I already kind of figured that the price was going to be about $25. I just, anything over $25 is really like is really just not going to be good for that. But right now, the way Xbox is rolling this out, see, I don't know. I mean, it could potentially hurt them a little bit, if there's like 2 friends and they're both paying for Game Pass right now, and then they add more friends to it and stuff like that. Then that might all the subs might go down overall. I want Game Pass to succeed. I do. I think Game Pass is an amazing service that keeps people entertained and in the Xbox ecosystem. When it comes to that point right there, PlayStation Plus Premium can't compete in the way that Xbox is doing this. Like there's no way a PlayStation's going to be like, oh yeah, you can add more PlayStations to your account. They're not going to do that. PlayStation has firmly planted its feet on the we're a premium system, we're a premium experience. So much so that like their devs are coming out trying to defend $70 price tags, and it's like no, guys, you clearly don't understand. We as gamers, we don't care about your 10 hours of cutscenes. We really don't care. To us, that's not even a game. That's like watching a movie. It really is. I mean, God of War is going to come out. It's going to have its standard 10 hours of freaking cutscenes and 15 hours of gameplay. If for what, like $70, man? If you're a gamer, man, and all you got is and that's the money. Like most people are going to go with an MMO, or they're going to go play those free to play games, or they're going to go play something else like Warzone that isn't going to cost them $70 up front to jump into that and play that experience. Man, they're going to get on Multiverse. They're going to play Multiverse. They're not going to buy your $70 God of War. You're gonna sell a couple million copies to the fans that want to play this game. Everybody else is gonna wait for it to go on sale. The only people that this is hurting is the day one people that want to play it. They essentially have to pay this tax, and then the game goes on sale 5 months later. Horizon Forbidden West already on sale, $50. Gran Turismo 7 already on sale, $50. 5 months and for the people that bought it day one, man, that's like what we got we got a terrible terrible freaking version of Horizon Forbidden West. It was buggy. It was not in the best shape. You had stuff popping in everywhere. You had like fuzzy graphics. You had for what? We paid $70 for that, and now you're selling it for $50 and it's all patched up and beautiful. Was a Onyx. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, say hi to Frog.
Hi, Bang. What's up, everybody? Yeah, dang it. Xbox. What's up, Xbox?
I don't know if I'm gonna do the Frog tonight, man. My arm is killing me, man. I'm working all day, doing a lot of stuff and moving it around. I hope tonight's stream isn't about PS5. No, it's not. It's mostly about Xbox and calling out PlayStation and kind of laughing at them and stuff. Xbox Game Pass family. This is definitely going to change. This is going to change a lot. $25 for five consoles in the same country. That right there is way more generous than I ever expected this to be. Like I expected it to be like on the same ISP or on the same, in the same home network or whatever. They're talking about the same country. So I mean, you can have four other people sign up for like $25, man. That's insane. That's insane. There's no way PlayStation can compete with that. The Frog will return in Avengers Secret Wars. I mean, this right here, literally, once this launches, man, it's kind of over for PlayStation, man. Once Call of Duty comes to Xbox, it's going to. I mean, I still believe that this is going to put them on a level playing field, like just having Call of Duty and Activision is Xbox Studios. I think that's going to level the playing field. I think that people will be just as likely to buy an Xbox as they would a PlayStation. I do think that, Square Enix putting themselves out there saying that, yeah, man, we're looking for investors and stuff like that. That pretty much means that Sony is going to heavily invest in I would see Sony and Tencent, possibly Embracer Group, maybe some of these guys, invest heavily in some of these Square Enix projects. Going forward, I think you're going to see a lot more Square Enix exclusivity to Sony's platform. Going forward after this Activision deal, you got Tencent. Tencent. I don't know how to say their name. You got Tencent trying to purchase the majority shares of Ubisoft, essentially making that a gateway, a doorway for them to be able to push games out. Because in China, it's really hard for Tencent to get approval for video games. But if they just invest out of the country into places like Ubisoft, I mean, they can't outright buy Ubisoft. If they outright buy Ubisoft, then Ubisoft will be basically tied to those laws or whatever and have to wait for Chinese approval. But if they just heavily invest in it, then it's a different story. So I don't know if I'm necessarily as worried about Tencent investing into these other companies as I am with them just outright buying them. That's a little bit different, but yep, it's over. Wait till they drop those 20 titles with auto HDR. Yeah. I think that Xbox is going to do really good this generation. I mean, we're going to keep getting the little naysayers like, which Xbox got? Which Xbox got? I'm so sick and tired of hearing that, guys. I really am. I'm like, if you sit back and you listen to everything that Xbox has got planned and everything that's coming out, as a gamer, I listen to what they're talking about, like Avowed and Starfield, Redfall, all of these games that Xbox has like said, hey man, these are in the work. Contraband, the Fable, these games are in the work, Forza Motorsport. I'm like, dude, that is intriguing. I mean, they're telling us, yeah, we're going to have these games out. That might take them till the end of this generation to literally put all these games out. But that's worth me having an Xbox that plays all my third-party platform games much better than my PlayStation 5 does. That's worth it for me to have an Xbox. I have no problems with that. I'm 100% satisfied with my Xbox purchase. Even if I don't get Fable till the very day that the Xbox whatever next generation Xbox comes out, like I'm still going to be okay with that. Like I want to play that game. I want to play Hellblade 2. I want to play all these games and I want to play them right now. But I also want the tech in the Xbox to be fully utilized. And I mean, like how many generations have we been through, guys, that we don't start getting like the cream of the crop games until the end of the generation? I mean, do we want me personally, it's like, oh gosh, do I want these games to be rushed and come out like within the next couple of months? Honestly, guys, to tell you the truth, that there was if waiting another year or two for Starfield to really utilize the Series X and S, I could potentially wait that long. I could potentially wait that much longer if I knew that 100% it was going to be if I knew that added development time was going to literally transform that game into like the best that it could possibly be. I could potentially wait 2 more years. There's a lot of third party fodder coming out that will hold us over until then. I mean, I got a PlayStation 5 as well. I'll have all my super bangers, man. Xbox has $20 DLC. Yeah. You know what, Joe? I do agree with that, man. I do agree that I've had more fun with the $20 DLC on Forza Horizon 5 than I mean, like both Gran Turismo 7 and oh gosh, what's the other one? Forgotten West. See, I already forgot about it. Horizon Forbidden West. Okay. Well, most of that stuff. If I was playing through Horizon Forbidden West right now, with the way it looks and the way it feels and everything like that, I definitely feel like my experience would have been a much better experience, and I probably would have played it longer. I probably would have done more exploring, but at this point right now, that ship's already came and sailed, man. Like you have first impressions matter, man. They do, especially with video games. If you get a game that comes out and you play through it and you're like, oh gosh, and then we had Digital Foundry saying, no, I don't think there's any way they're going to be able to fix this and make it any better. This is the best it's going to get. And then they come out and they make it way better. And I'm like, wait a minute. I thought the experts said it wasn't going to get any better. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know who to listen to in the gaming thing anymore. Like, I like the guys at Digital Foundry. I like Alex. I think he's a cool dude. I think John's cool. I think Rich is cool, but I just don't really necessarily, I don't necessarily 100% think that they are. I know they're doing. I don't know, man. It feels more like it's just a hustle now. Like they're putting out the content, and they're. I think it is kind of a little bit biased or what. I don't know, man. Like I don't know. Like you can tell when they come out with a project that they're not like that. There's no. It feels like there's no skin in the game. It's way more informative and it feels better. But when it feels like there's skin in the game, when it's like coming to like an Xbox game or a PlayStation game, I feel like you can kind of tell that it's like they're omitting stuff or they're talking more about stuff that doesn't normally matter to people, like they're pointing out stuff that like you and me as a gamer would probably never go out of our way to notice. And if we did, it wouldn't bug us much. But they emphasize I feel like they do this mostly with PlayStation and Xbox games. Like when it's anything else, when it's like third party games, they don't necessarily spend too much time dawdling on a lot of stuff. But they did, in the beginning of this generation, they were always trying to quick to point out that, yeah, man, the PlayStation game runs at 1296p at 60 frames a second locked, and the Xbox runs at 2160p with 54, 55 frames a second. And you're like, ooh, oh, I see. Yeah, definitely. PlayStation's way better. It's the best. It's running better. And it's like all of a sudden they didn't care about resolution no more. All of a sudden they were caring about like that 2 or 3 frames. And I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense, man. I would much rather play a game that is 54 frames a second that has better resolution that I could run on my VRR Xbox. You know what I mean? Like this sounds better. And it's like they don't come out and talk about this stuff anymore. And it's like, wait, why don't you guys talk about this stuff? Why doesn't anybody know that an Xbox One S has better VRR support than a PlayStation 5? Why doesn't anybody know this type of stuff? The experts, man. There's no way I'm going to pay $70 and up games, even if Digital Laundry Day. Say that, yeah, digital laundry. I love that. Say they are the best real world testers like you. Give us all gamers a real view of what's good, bad. Now, I try to be okay. So that makes a good point, Angel. Like I love video games, and I want to be able to show you guys without spoiling stuff. I want you guys. I mean, like I try to be as fair and as objective as I can. Even like, dude, I don't if honestly, right now, if Horizon Forbidden West was to come out today in the exact same performance and everything visuals that it has right now today, that's after it's been patched and everything, I really don't think I would have said anything bad about that game. I would have been, I mean, I might have nitpicked about the story a little more or something like that but maybe, you know what I mean? Like I don't think I would, because I've searched that game since it's been patched, and like I can't find anything negative about the game anymore. Like I feel good about it. I feel like it is far better quality than when it came out, and I appreciate that. I do appreciate that they fixed that, but I wish that would have been the product that I would have got day one. That would have made me happy. And I was already stressed out about Horizon Forbidden West from the get-go, because that game was the reason I was like, yeah, I got to have a PlayStation 5 now. Like that game was the one that was like, oh my gosh, I got to have that. And Gran Turismo 7 too, of course. Like I love Gran Turismo, but like the games that I got with both of those, I'm like, wow, dude, Horizon Forbidden West, like it was pretty buggy day one, man. Like there was issues with that game. Like you'd be running and a whole building would pop in and like, oh dude, that SSD is so fast. Did you see how fast that freaking building popped in? It was freaking instant, dude. It was like, it's not there. And then boom, it's there. I was like, whoa, dude, that is fast. That is the fastest SSD I've ever seen in my life. And that's how I was feeling. I was so frustrated with it. And I was trying to be as fair and as objective as I could about that game. I mean, overall, like I did, it was pretty good, man. I gave it a 90 in my review. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, the story definitely wasn't as good as the first one, but it was good enough where I was like, yeah, this is, a pretty high average game. You know, I mean, it's if the gameplay's average though. The story was better than the gameplay, but I don't know. That's just where we're getting stuck with these games these days, man. It's just getting stuck in a point where it's like, dang, dude, we go out and we spend $70 for these games day one, man. And then like a month later, they're on sale. Like the Quarry, dude. Like really, the Quarry. I knew better. I knew that game was going to drop pretty quick. They all do. All of them super massive games drop pretty quick. I knew better. I bought it because I wanted to show you guys, hey man, is this game worth your $70 or should you wait for it to go on sale? Well, dude, you know what I mean? Like I bought that Vampire Masquerade. I mean, that's a Nacon game. Nacon games, you know, Nacon's a little bit harder to nail down, but that werewolf, you know, that werewolf apocalypse or whatever, that one went down in freaking price pretty quick. After I bought that, I paid full price for that. And that did, I mean, it wasn't a terrible game, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is like super banger. You got to have it. No, man, like these games are just not bangers anymore. And we use the word banger so much these days to express our feelings for these games. And it's like, no, man, call the game what it actually is, man. Like I'm a PlayStation fan, just like anybody else. And it's like, dude, if the game is not a banger, quit calling them bangers, because you're diluting the PlayStation brand more than you know when you sit and call them, oh yeah, this is a banger, this is a banger. Horizon Forbidden West probably didn't make enough sales to get a sequel. It's as simple as that. Like Sony is not happy with the sales of Gran Turismo 7 or Horizon Forbidden West. They literally stated that in their earnings call. We didn't have any good games that came out this year. They literally said, they threw them both under the bus and said they were trash. They said, no, man, they weren't bangers. They're already $50. Do you know how long it took for Demon Souls to go on sale? It took a long time. My PlayStation came out in November. I got mine in March. I bought Demon Souls day one at full price. I bought Godfall day one at full price. It wasn't even after that until they started going down in price. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me, man? So that was kind of telling me that, ooh, man, this generation's going to take a while for these games to go on sale. Stop calling these games bangers, guys. We got to stop calling them bangers. Yeah, Godfall. Godfall's an amazing game. At $30 on the Xbox, it's an amazing game. It's got 120 hertz support. It's got Dolby Vision support. It has it's got 3 modes. It's a better game. It's all fixed up. It's all patched. It's better balanced. There's a lot of good things going on with Godfall now that makes it a pretty decent experience. Like, you can get in there and play it now, and you're not stumbling around with all the bugs and glitches and all the stuff that we had to deal with when we bought the game freaking closer to launch, man. I've been told by Xbox that great games be coming since Xbox One generation. Yeah, you're right. You have been. You have been. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't change the fact that the PlayStation side of things is, I think the PlayStation thing is going downhill. Like, I do. I think it's going downhill. They come out and say, yeah, man, we're remaking The Last of Us and it's going to be $70. And then you got their devs out there trying to defend that. It's like, if you believe in your work, man, just don't even say anything. Just put it out and let people decide. Like, put it out and let people decide. Why do you feel the need to defend a $70 price tag? I'll tell you why. Because you know damn well that these games are not worth $70, especially if they are on sale within a few months after launch. They are not worth $70. You don't see that with Nintendo. I mean, you go over to freaking GameStop or anywhere right now and you try to buy yourself some Mario Kart 8. Guess how much that game is? It's probably $59.99. Yeah, you might be able to get $5 or $10 off, on like Amazon or somewhere else, but that game literally still retails for $60, and that game came out on the Wii freaking U, man. The Wii U. Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Yeah, man, that game still retails for $60. You go over to GameStop and you try to buy one used, it's like $45 still. I mean, yeah, dude, like, that's what I'm talking about. Nintendo holds their games higher. They value what they make, and they're like, yeah, dude, we made that. We put our work into it. We're proud of that. We're going to sell it to you for $60. Maybe around Christmas time, we might do $55 or so. You know what I mean? Because we made a quality game and we put it out. You know what it tells me when Sony brings out one of their bangers and then drops the price after 5 months? I'm like, damn, dude, that sucks. I guess that game really wasn't that great, was it? Good thing I paid my $70 for it. That's what makes me mad about this gaming industry right now. All of you guys are saying they're bangers, and these guys are just trying to pump out as many copies as they can. They're starting with the highest amount, and then when when sales start to decline on that, then they drop it a little bit, and they watch the sales and they drop it a little bit till it's all the way down to a greatest hits game for $20, man. That's what I'm talking about. These games are not worth $70. I guarantee it. If Sony dropped the price, if they were Sony PlayStation 1 and they were like, yeah, man, they would come out and they would put them at $49.99. Why? Because then they would sell them. They would sell them like freaking hotcakes, and they know they would, but they don't care if people get to play them. They want to tax those people that want to buy them day one. And that's hurting their sales more than anything nowadays. That is hurting their sales, because who wants to buy an old game, man? Like, nobody wants to play old games anymore. Well, at least that's what I get told by the PlayStation guys. We don't buy old games. Once they go on sale, they're old games. Once they go on sale, that's technically an old game, man. Hey, welcome everybody. There's 42 of us here, and I'm just sitting here going on and on and on. Go Packers. Oh, I see. So, Game Pass family. Now that there's more of you guys here, Game Pass family. I'm a little leery about the way Microsoft is going to roll this out and let people, let you have 5 Xbox on one thing, $25, as long as you're in the same country. Like, that kind of gives me like the, ooh boy, I'm a little bit worried about that, just because I know that people are going to abuse the crap out of that. $25 for five consoles is really good. I kind of felt like that was going to be the thing anyways. But if it was tied to your house, like a master slave account, like I'm the master account, and then I can put each individual Xbox serial number in my house on that, that would be a different thing, and I would mainly like to, I don't really necessarily, I mean, like the Game Pass thing is cool, like whatever, but I would much rather be able to have to buy one game and then all the other Xboxes could play that game too. That's kind of what would be more exciting to me. Any Xbox on my account. Nintendo can do whatever they want, man. Nintendo has some good mascots, bro. They got some good games, and they do. I think Nintendo's iteration of their franchises over the years, since I started playing back when I was 5 years old, I'm okay with that, dude. My junior loves freaking Mario, dude. I loved Mario when I was his age, man. Junior freaking loves Mario, and I'm like, that's cool, man. That's cool that's there. Like most of you guys are like when you were playing Crash Bandicoot. I mean, like, dude, do your kids like Crash Bandicoot? Oh wait, who's Crash Bandicoot? Nobody even knows who Crash Bandicoot is anymore because it hasn't iterated as much as Mario has. Mario has touched thousands of freaking generations, dude. Just like Halo. Halo's a mainstay, dude. Like, what games on PlayStation are still there from day one? I mean, God of War didn't come out till PS2. Uncharted came out PlayStation 3. So did The Last of Us. That was a PlayStation 3. What else do we got? I mean, like they got Sucker Punch doing Ghost of Tsushima. That came out last generation. They've gotten rid of like all the other studios. I mean, you got Ben Studios that just did Days Gone. Like, who knows what they're doing now? I mean, Siphon Filter. I guess if they came out with a Siphon Filter, you could kind of say that they're still there. You've got Sony San Diego. They made games like Mark Cree and like some other stuff back in the day, but now they're just doing the baseball thing. So like, what franchises does PlayStation, have they brought forward? Nobody knows that. Like, what's PlayStation's legacy, man? Unless you've been playing PlayStation since PS1, like you really don't know their legacy, guys. Like, it's harder to do that. Disney would pay billions for Mario and Zelda IP. Oh yeah, they definitely would. Yeah, Mario and that's Nintendo. Like, Nintendo does not need any help. Nintendo's doing perfectly good. Perfectly fine. Like, I don't have a problem with what Nintendo does. Why? This is why. They can repackage and sell whatever they want. Do you want to know why it doesn't bug me? Because when I go out and I buy a copy of freaking Metroid Prime, I know that in like 3 months it's not going to be sitting in a $10 bin. I know that if I go over to GameStop and I needed to trade this in right now to get some cash, I'm going to get $35 trading credit for it. You know what I mean? Like, I know that I'm not losing a bunch of money on a game that I bought. Dude, has that been out almost a year? Didn't that come out last August? Yeah, dude, that's almost been out a whole year, man, and it's still probably holding its value. Let's see. Let's see. Metroid Dread trading credit. Ooh, dang, Metroid Dread is $16.50. Never mind. Well, let's see what it's selling for right now. Okay, let's try Mario Kart 8 Deluxe trading credit. You could get $33 trading credit for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Let's see. God of War 2018 trading credit. You get $1.10, bro. And Mario Kart 8 came out way before God of War, bro. Way before God of War. Look at that right there, man. $1.08 trading credit for God of War. Oh, let's see. Last of Us 2 trading credit. $8.80. That's a little bit better. Let's see. What's another banger? Ooh. Horizon Forbidden West trading credit. Oh gosh. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? Horizon Forbidden West. Oh. That says PlayStation 4. No trade-in values could be found. Horizon Forbidden West PS5 trading credit. Ooh, that one's $33 still for a $70 banger. Gran Turismo 5 or Gran Turismo Gran Turismo 7 trading credit. Huh. It says no trade values could be found for this item. Okay, well, that's weird. That's pretty weird. Breath of the Wild trading credit. That one's still at $19.80, man. My gosh. That's why Nintendo is a better freaking company, man. Their games hold their value better. They do. They hold their value better. People are more willing to pay for those because they're good games, and Nintendo doesn't fiddle around, dude. They made the game. They want their money for it. They want their money for it. Like the secondhand used market is eating out the profits of these guys. I don't necessarily think these cartridges cost as much as they used to make in spades, but I know I mean I keep hearing the same argument from these dudes on Twitter. They're like, yeah, well, games in the 90s used to cost $100. Back in the 90s, those cartridges for Super Nintendo and Sega and everything cost a lot of money to make. Like, I get it. They were more expensive to make those cartridges. When Sony came out with the CD disc and they're like, oh yeah, we can charge you like $39.99 for a game, or $49.99. And then like a couple years later, they're like, oh yeah, now we got the greatest hits for $20. Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64, they could not they could not they really couldn't do that. And then PlayStation started getting the deals with the companies to make games exclusive. Sega Dreamcast couldn't compete with that. So Sony's no stranger to doing this to other companies. So now that you got a heavyweight like Xbox out there being like, yeah, dude, we'll buy Call of Duty, we don't care. What's $70 billion, to us? I mean, like, we don't care. That's a pretty good tax write-off, man. Max Payne 3 bargain bin within the first week of release, literally, and I love that game. But yes, game comes out and a month later yeah, exactly, guys. They drop these prices so freaking fast that it's irritating. It's frustrating. You spend all this money, you sit there and you go through your reviews and you watch everything. You're like, yeah, man, that's the game. And then you get it and you get home and you're just like, that shit was average. And then you got to get back on YouTube and you're like, wait a minute. Shillip said this was the best game he's ever played and he highly recommends it. Or Yang Ya said it was freaking great. Dreamcast guy said it was the best game ever. And then you're like, wait a minute, dude. Like, all these guys are saying the same thing and they're all great. They're all cool people. I like them. They're not bad, but they're saying that these games are great. And like, I'm not feeling the exact same way that they are. But it's all right. They got this one game that I really, really loved, right? You know what I mean? Like, it's getting bad, dude. Like, people, I don't know, man. I don't know. Shilling for games, bro, it just isn't my style. I like playing video games. I'm really not here to try to sell you any freaking product, man. Like, I like Xbox because of what it does for me, dude. I don't care if you like Xbox or PlayStation. Like, I don't care. Like, I really don't care. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, yeah, man, you should go buy an Xbox over a PlayStation, or you should buy a PlayStation over an Xbox. I'm not here to tell you that, man. I'm just here to talk to you and have fun. Like, I don't really care. You can say I'm an Xbot all you want. Like, I don't care, dude. I like what Xbox is doing. I like the fire. I like the excitement that they are bringing to gaming, even if they're not delivering a bunch of bangers every other few months. Like, seriously, guys, bangers, really, really, really. If they're bangers, why are Sony employees out there saying these games are so good? It's $70 you drop in your bucket, man. I put 3,000 hours in there, and if I did that at minimum wage, that would have been $27,000. I'm like, so what? I go to work every day and I do a lot of work and I get paid an amount. Like, does that, I mean, like, yeah, I don't care if it costs millions of dollars to make cutscenes. Like, I don't care to make a regular game like Ubisoft does it. They crank them out, and there's like 10 times more content in a Ubisoft game than there is in any PlayStation first party game ever made. And I'm like, dude, I paid the same price for that, and I get to play it for hundreds of hours, and I get to play the PlayStation game for 25 hours because the story is so intense that, like, after you get done with it, you're like, oh man, do I really want to go through all of that slow walking again? Yeah. There's so much freedom in Ubisoft games that you don't have to sit there and just go through the same thing over and over and over and over again like you do a PlayStation game. Like, I get it. They're really highly crafted first player narrative driven story games. I like them, but I don't think they're worth $70. Like, no, they should be in a subscription service for real. You play those once, and usually you're pretty good, man. Like, I'm pretty good. Like, I don't ever have to play Sony PlayStation first party games a couple of times. The only reason I've played like God of War a couple times and like The Last of Us a couple times and some of these other games a couple times is because I bought them digitally, and now they're there, and now I can like, oh yeah, you know what? I do want to kind of check that out again. So then I get in there again. But before, when I was trading them in after beating them, yeah, dude, I never cared. I want a linear Splinter Cell and a linear Ghost Recon over the open world filler games or movie stuff. See, I like to have games that last a little while, man, especially if it's something that I like. I want more of it. I don't want to have to wait 5 years for the other part of the DLC to come out to finish the story. That frustrates me. That frustrates me more than anything. Like, if it was Ubisoft, we would have already had God of War Ragnarok. You know what I mean? Like, they'd have put the first game out, and then the next one would have been out a year later, and I would have been like, okay, that's cool. But waiting 5 years to finish a story, that is madness. Nobody, like, 5 years is a long time, man. You have a baby, by the time that next game comes out, they're in kindergarten. You're like, wait a minute. And then for the next game, you're like, wow, you're 10 years old. Whoo, dang. For the next game, you know, like the third game, it's like, whoa, man, you're already driving a car. That's insane. That's crazy to play one freaking story of a game 15 freaking years for 3. No. Those need to come out every year. First Last of Us was better than The Last of Us 2 for sure, but a remake is unnecessary. At this point, yeah, it is definitely unnecessary for a remake. I don't know, man. Like, I like playing video games. Why do you I wonder if maybe that's why I'm like going more for like these simulator games and stuff now lately. Like, maybe I'm just I don't know, man. I like those I like my story-driven games, like I do, but then at the same time, like, I want something more, and Xbox delivers that for me. PlayStation delivers, you know, like I've said a million times on this channel, if I only had a PlayStation, I'd probably be happy with it. But I don't, man. I got an Xbox, man. I got an Xbox and a PlayStation, and I'm having fun with both of them. Charge for a remake, yeah, $49.99. I think $49.99 for this remake would probably be okay. I do. I think $49.99 would possibly be okay. I know what you guys are saying. The $40. The $40 is usually about the standard for. I mean. Okay, think about this. Okay, THQ. THQ has been, you know, pretty generous to this channel lately. That's pretty cool of them. But these games that they're bringing out, man, they're charging you $40 for them, man. They're like, hey, man, you guys want Way of the Hunter? $40. It looks, the visuals that I've seen on that game look pretty freaking incredible, man. I'm like, wow, dude, these look pretty good. Or MX versus ATV Legends. That game has a lot of content in it, and it was $40. You could buy that game for $40, and you could spend way more time on that than a Sony first party game for half the price. Now, I know racing might not be your thing, or hunting might not be your thing, but think about it this way, man. At least the hunting game is going to teach you how to hunt food. If say, like, we can't go to Walmart and buy food anymore. Like, there's Hell, people out there who pay $150 for The Last of Us. No, see, The Last of Us remake, man. Anybody that's played the game, you know the game is about 15 hours. It's about 15 hours long. You're gonna pay another $70 to look at pretty visuals, man. Like, really? Like, this is the thing with nostalgia, and that's what gets us all the time. I don't think that it's 100% unnecessary for the remake or whatever. I don't. I mean, but like $70 for something that you've already played and experienced. See, I love the Resident Evil remakes. I would pay $70 for every single one of those. Like, I'm fine with that. They are actual freaking remakes with new mechanics and new like gameplay elements, stuff like that. Those are better. I mean, new story, new freaking, you know, motion captures, new freaking like dialogue and everything. Like, those are pretty freaking cool, man. They look good and they're like, oh boy, yeah, you get the Resident Evil feeling out of playing those games. Those are cool. The stuff that we're getting, I mean, like even just the Winters update, the 3D, the third person camera, I'm like, yep, that qualifies as a remake. It does actually. You know, you're getting a whole different perspective of how to control your oh yes. Oh yeah. My order has been shipped. My order has been shipped. Oh yeah, I forgot about this game that I got to. Bethesda tried to Hi doggy. No, you're not doggy. I thought you were doggy. Doggy was coming to see me. Hi doggy. Hi doggy. Hi doggy. Your dog. Oh, Frog. Sony is worried. Yeah, they're pretty worried. I don't necessarily think they're worried. I think they're more along the lines of trying to instill doubt in like regulators' minds. Of like, oh gosh, guys, yeah, yeah. Like, who cares, man? Sony's been doing this to other companies for a very long time. Thank you, Carla. Said the cute doggy. People said you're cute, dog. That's weird. Hello, David Cohen. How you doing, buddy? We're doing good.
She's a star.
Get them on dirt cheap for yeah. That. Sorry, guys, I haven't been reading your guys' comments tonight. That's kind of rude of me. I've just been going on and on and on and on and blabbering about this nonsense. What else am I supposed to talk about? Sony wants to compete with the they bring back the no. I think they should bring back Socom. Socom is my favorite, one of my favorite all-time PlayStation first-party games. Yeah, bring back Socom, Sony. Bring them back and do a good one. Do a good game, man. You enjoy the blabbering frog. I'm just going on and on and on about nonsense. Sony, I don't know, man. It's optics, man. Optics freaking matter. How many times have you guys heard me say that? Optics matter. I mean, bringing out a remake for $70, I'm like, hey, yeah, this game is so good. It's got remakes, and then you're like, no, it doesn't have the newest games, freaking animations and movements and stuff like that. And you're like, what? Like, really? It's still gonna be clunky? Well, it's not clunky. It's got a new AI system. I'm like, no, dude, that looks just as clunky as it did in the first game, dude. Like, whatever. No. Sony might be brought. If they brought back SOCOM, that would probably be good for them. See, End Spades, I couldn't get through the first game, so I don't know. I need to sit down and try to play through it, man. I do. I need to just try to get through that game. I do. I do. I need to try to finish that off. The Days Gone, yeah, I was never able to get through it. Killzone, nope. They literally killed that game. Killzone ain't coming back. They shut down they're shutting down the servers on what, the 12th of this month. I loved Killzone, but the multiplayer scene did not die out so fast. Yeah, dude. I I even had Killzone on what, PSP. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, they killed Zone. It's gone. They take away everything that we love at PlayStation and they just give us all these bangers. Oh my gosh, dude. Exactly. Nobody's playing it. So yeah, shut it down. But that just goes to show like Sony's commitment. You know, it's like, dude, they're not committed to freaking trying to do backwards compatibility. They're only trying to do it now because Microsoft is doing it and people love it. What Xbox does with backwards compatibility is far more sustainable than what PlayStation's trying to do. I mean, oh, Last of Us was the same gameplay but better graphics. Feel like Apple released a new iPhone and still ran on. Yeah, exactly. It's got a better screen, guys. Frog, you're officially known as the Vape Man. To my son, thanks, Junior. Thanks, Jago Junior. I like being the Vape Man. My kids used to call me a dragon. They're like, "You look like a dragon." I'm like, "Why?" Optics do matter. The Last of Us just felt like bad headline after bad headline with Sony. Yeah, be interesting. It's going to be interesting, to be completely honest, when this family plan launches. I mean, you're going to be able to get 5 people on there playing Call of Duty, bro, for $25. You're like, yeah, man, you guys want to play some Call of Duty World War Modern Warfare 2? It's going to cost you $25 for you and 4 of your friends, man. They're like, yeah, dude, I'll pay you that monthly. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. Talk about a good selling point, you know? I mean, like, that makes sense. Not you, not 2, not 3, but 5 of you guys can play Call of Duty for the low price of $25 a month. Really? We can do that? Yeah, and you can get all these other 100 games on there too for the monthly subscription. You're like, oh gosh, that's such a good deal, guys. Well, think about it, man. If 4 of you guys want to play, you got to buy 2 games. No, I'm just joking. Macquarie. I like Macquarie. Macquarie games are so crowdy. I'm like, quality. I mean, these games don't even have a freaking multiplayer. Like, once you're done with the story, they're pretty much done. Yeah, we can play them again and we can platinum. Okay, dude. Like, you're gonna sit through another 10 hours of cutscenes to play. But it's quality. I'm like, no, dude. Quality is wanting to actually keep playing a game that you bought because there's stuff to do in there, not replaying it so I can get a platinum trophy. I mean, like, wow, dude, why don't they just do like double platinums and be like, just keep adding trophies as it goes, man? I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh gosh, my dream game would be Denzel Washington as the protagonist. Denzel Washington would make a pretty good protagonist in a game. Platinum. I like platinums. Nobody was playing Killzone. Like people are playing Halo Gears, and I know Halo Gears of Forza got more players than Killzone, dude. That's bad. I know. I do. I feel bad that Sony's not doing. I don't know, man. Like I do kind of feel bad, but then I kind of don't feel bad. It's like, dude, they're the ones that came out and they're like, yeah, this is a crowdy system, and then you're like, dude, it doesn't even have any next gen features like VRR or anything else. And they're like, don't worry, guys, it's in early access. We'll get you that stuff shortly. I'm like, dude, it's taking you like 2 years just to get us 1440p support, which is good. I'm very happy with that. Like, I'm very happy with that. I mean, I've been making videos this last whole week over how excited I am about that. And yeah, it really has, it really has encouraged me to put my PlayStation over there on the big screen. See, look, it's over there. Now it's over there on that monitor. And I got the Series S over here so that I can, because I usually stream a lot more when I'm on my Series S right here. So now it's closer, and I was having to like move the cord all the way back and forth and stuff. So that's just better. The Series S over here, the Xbox is hooked up to the 4K TV and that monitor because now they're close enough. Samuel L. Jackson, yeah, that'd be pretty funny. Oh, I didn't really care for you cause like a dragon. Oh, I see. I got a ways into it. I don't know. I do like it. I like the story. It's kind of quirky. It's kind of funny, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I wanted to play that game in 4K, and I don't want to play it at 30 frames a second. So I haven't played it since, but I can always play it on my 1440p monitor. It does need more. It needs an expansion for the story campaign. But after listening to this interview with the director of the game, I don't know if that's going to happen now. Like, I'm starting to wonder if they're going to actually support the campaign going forward, or if it's only going to be multiplayer. Because if it's only going to be multiplayer, then I'm going to start being a little more disappointed with Halo, guys. To tell you the truth, like I want more campaign. I want new biomes. I want stuff like that. And if we're not getting that, but I don't know, man. If they still got it, I mean, essentially, Halo is a cross-gen title, man. It's stuck on the Xbox One platform. So I don't know. By the way, I see it. Sony has the rights for 3 years, so it ain't going anywhere. I think they should. I think they should leave Call of Duty on the PlayStation at full price. I don't think they should ever do any sales on it either. I think they should always just stay on there at $70. No sales. Xbox games should stay on the no, see, Xbox isn't that's the one thing I like about Xbox too, is they're not scummy like PlayStation. They're like, yeah, dude, like, yeah, we'll still let you guys have all of these Bethesda games on your PlayStation Plus Platinum service. Like, whatever, man, it doesn't bug us. Yeah, man. I mean, they're like 100% like being like, yeah, dude, we're way chill with this, dude. Like, we don't care. We got Call of Duty. Like, yeah, like, who cares? Who cares, man? Like, whatever, Sony. Yeah, you guys can still play those games over there, but let's just put it this way, man. A lot more people are going to buy an Xbox because of Call of Duty than they are going to buy because of God of War or any other game that Sony makes, man. And that's just. When was the last time you played Call of Duty? Yeah, I think I do kind of feel like that way, Sev. Well, I mean, there are, dude. Don't get me wrong. There are the Xbox fanboys that are like, no, man, you need to make everything freaking. It's got to be exclusive, and it's like, come on, man. Like I get that PlayStation fanboys are literally freaking insane most of the time, and they're not really the nicest people on Twitter and everywhere else. But I mean, why stoop to their level, man? Like, video games are awesome, dude. The more copies a video game sells, the more that company is probably going to be out to make a new one. You know what I mean? Like, PlayStation's struggling, Square Enix is struggling. All these companies that raise their price to $70 are freaking struggling. Their sales are down. They're not moving as many copies. They are selling off some of their freaking studios. They're begging other freaking companies to come in and save them. All of the ones that are pumping out, all the ones that are like out there trying to get $70 for these games, man, they're just not selling them because the $70 price tag is ruining the quality of the games. Why? Because they're spending billions of dollars to make cutscenes when they should be making games. Frog, you don't see many rabid Xbox fanboys. Yeah, I mean, there's a few every once in a while, but yeah, you're right, Sev. They're not as bad. Hey, Frog, you getting Spider-Man on PC? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I was thinking about doing it, but I am gonna buy The Last of Us remake, and I'm gonna live stream the whole game. We're gonna buy that and we're gonna live stream it, dude. We're gonna see if it's really worth $70 freaking dollars. I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna live stream the whole thing. Because it's like 15 hours, so I think we'll just we'll live stream it on the weekend, or whatever day it comes out. What day does that come out? It comes out on the 3rd or something of next month. Let me see. Comes out. Gosh dang it, you little thing. It comes out on the 2nd, so we will play it Saturday. We'll play it Saturday. It's like a 15-hour game, man. We'll play it Saturday. We'll play it Saturday. I'll wake up early and we'll just start live streaming it. I'll just live stream it and we'll talk about it. And we'll get as far as I can get into it before I'm like, I don't care about it anymore. You know what I mean? Like, we'll find out, man, if it's worth $70. And I'm going to put that. The Last of Us 1 remake, is it worth $70? 15 hours, that's 150. Yeah. Dude, they're like discounting it for you. It should be 150. It's what fanboys do. Mental gymnastics. Oh, I know. Sony ponies are salty. I mean, me personally, guys, this is the way I'm looking at for buying The Last of Us 1 remake. I have a YouTube channel. I'm a content creator. I need the clicks, whatever. I'll buy it. $70. I mean, to me, it's kind of an investment. I mean, technically, I probably could write it off my taxes too. Can I write stuff that I put on this channel off? I think I can write everything that I buy and do on this channel off on my taxes. So, I mean, I'm gonna get a CPA this year and see, because I've spent a lot of money on stuff that I've reviewed on this channel. So I've been looking into that more to find out exactly what I can do with my taxes and stuff. Because I self-fund and buy a lot of this stuff. So I want to see, man. I bought like monitors and all kinds of stuff that I could potentially use as a tax write-off, man. And yeah, because I mean, for sure, because YouTube is still trying to pay off all the stuff I bought for it. You know what I mean? 109% can write games off on your taxes so long as you're running your YouTube income also through your taxes. Yeah, I have no choice about that. I get a 1099 and I have to file that. So yeah, I'm paying taxes on the stuff that I'm making on YouTube. So yeah, if I can write those off, I'm gonna start writing them off, man. $70 for a game, whatever. Of course, Xbox is number one. Xbox is not trying to sell me. Xbox is not charging me $70 for DLCs, and Xbox is not charging me $70 for remakes. That means your TV, monitors, games, etc. are all write-offs. Well, I bought this TV last year. See, I didn't write anything off last year. I bought the TV last year. Well, I bought the PC this year. I bought the PC this year, and I bought the laptop this year too, didn't I? So I can write both of those off. I can write the laptop and the PC off. Yeah, I bought both the monitors this year. So I can write off. That's like almost $4,000 right there that I could write off, man. Your sales prediction on The Last of Us remake. I'm thinking a million sales right out the door. I think a million sales right out the door, maybe two. But I think that's being generous. That's being pretty generous. I mean, if prices stay the way they are for the next 3 weeks for gas and food and everything else, maybe even less, Shadow, maybe even less, maybe even less, man. I'm gonna be firm with that game when I review it, when I do it. I'm gonna be firm. If it feels like the old game, I'm gonna be harsh. I'm gonna be harsh on it. I'm telling you right now, Shadow. I don't want you to freak out, but I'm gonna be harsh, man. If that game plays like it did on PlayStation 3, I'm gonna be harsh, dude. I'm gonna be harsh on it. I don't know if a visual upgrade alone can justify what it is, but I mean, I'll be fair. I'll be 100% fair. Like if it feels good, I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, if it's a good game, I'll give it a good. I mean, obviously it's a good game, but if it doesn't feel fresh, I don't. You know, that's the hard part. You know, like the Resident Evil remakes, they felt fresh. They felt way fresh. Wait, Frog, greatness awaits and awaits and awaits and awaits. I mean, we'll find out when it gets there. I mean, I've been playing The Last of Us 2. I'm still playing around with that. I've got it downloaded. I made a video the other day on it, and I'm playing around with that so that I can be ready. when this new one comes out, so I can tell right then and there, like, dude, no, this is it. Either it's gonna give me a good feeling playing it, or it's not. Because you look at The Last of Us 2, I'm gonna be making a video probably tonight. I am gonna run The Last of Us 2 next to Horizon Forbidden West, and we're going to look at the visuals on that, because when you look at the visuals of The Last of Us 2, which was a last gen PlayStation 4 Pro game, it looks just as good as Horizon Forbidden West, if not better. You should play The Last of Us also to compare. The Last of Us 2, I started playing The Last of Us 2 because of your vid, my man. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, I mean, The Last of Us 2 is not a bad game, dude. The story can rub people the wrong way, but everything else in that game is pretty solid. It's pretty solid. I do recommend playing it, if anything, just for the gameplay and the exploration and the mechanics of the game. Like, that's cool. You guys hear me always complaining about like the cutscenes and the blah blah blah. Well, The Last of Us 2 actually has really solid gameplay. Like, the gameplay mechanics are really good in that game. And when you look at the first game to the second game, that is such a dramatic change in the way that game feels and plays, that it's like, wow, this is a solid upgrade from the first game. And like, it's pretty drastic. That's why I'm saying, dude, when I go back and I play the new remake, I'm like, oh boy, man, if it doesn't hold up to what I played in the 2, how do you justify $70 price tag for pretty visuals, man? Like, I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense. I love the Uncharted remake with the Last of Us 2 movement and gameplay. Yeah. I mean, Uncharted 4, like, it feels pretty decent, but I would like to see much better. Yeah, the story kind of got a little bit away from what made the first game good. I mean, I don't know, man. The story wasn't like complete trash. I mean, I don't necessarily think the story was complete trash. I think it's definitely divisive toward fans of the first game, for sure. But overall, like, it worked. The characters worked for the most part in my mind. My friend at work, he's adamant that, like, there's no way a chick like Abby could get buff in a game like in an apocalypse like that. He's adamant that there's no way that she could have put on that much weight and in a post-apocalyptic thing. And sometimes I kind of agree with him, but sometimes I'm like, well, maybe she found like a really super big stash of steroids and she's been like going mad. I don't know. 30 people haven't hit that like button. Could you donate just one like? Yeah. Can you guys donate one like? There are starving kids in the other room, like literally freaking. Oh, actually, I'm lying. I went grocery shopping the other night and fed them, so they're not starving anymore, but they'll be starving again here in a couple days. Ooh, boy. Ashley Johnson, who plays the girl from The Last of Us. Yeah. Come on, man. They're in there. They're going to be hungry in like 3-4 days, man, as soon as they eat through all the food we got now, guys. Come on. You finished The Last of Us, the Final Fantasy VII remake. It was a 9 out of 10. Yeah, it was pretty good. I didn't have a problem with that. The Yuffie DLC at first was kind of rubbing me the wrong way, but I finally finished that. Thanks to this 1440p update, I finally finished that. Sony is in trouble because they can't truly justify why games are $70. No, you're right. They can't justify why they're $70. They're like, but we spend millions of dollars to create these games. And we're like, no, you spend millions of dollars on freaking cutscenes. Like, the games are pretty freaking average without the cutscenes. They're average games. They're not any better than anything from Ubisoft. They're not any better from anything than they're not really anything better than a lot of other games. But they do kind of tread the line of movie. They do tread the line of movie a lot more than most other games. Most other games are like, oh, dude, this is a game and it's freaking cool. This is a PlayStation movie game. Oh, the writer says, my name is Joel. I'm a white male idiot. Just kill me with a golf. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. That's the one thing that I think is kind of controversial is like they get rid of a beloved character like Joel. I'm not saying their choice was wrong or whatever, but they get rid of Joel, and then and I mean this is like at the height of like the whole freaking world trying to be woke and stuff, and it's like, man, come on, like white guys are not bad. They're not bad. Just because there's a lot of them that are like rich doesn't mean every single one of us are freaking rich people. Like we're not, man. We get up and go to work every day just like everybody else. We have to do jobs that most people don't want to do. You know what I mean? Like it's not like that, guys. To put Joel, the kind of guy that Joel was, it doesn't fit that stereotype anyways. I mean, he was a manly man. He would get the job done. And that's, young men need those type of freaking people that are like, yeah, man, they're going to get the job done. They truck along. They work hard. They don't give up. They keep moving forward. And then it's like to get rid of somebody like that and then replace it with a girl. I mean, like the stuff that Ellie pulls off in The Last of Us 2, I mean, borderline laughable. I mean, it's like, okay, maybe that's something that she could possibly pull off, you know, or Abby, you know, like the stuff that these female characters are doing. I'm like, okay. I mean, it wasn't to the point where it's like, no, that's just not believable. You know, you ever see one of those movies with those people and they're like, no, that's not possible. You can do that. It's entertainment, bro. It's a freaking game. It's a movie. It's whatever. Like, who cares? It's supposed to entertain you. Oh yeah, specifically when COD gets played more on Xbox for cheaper, that's really gonna get spicy. Oh yeah, dude. When Call of Duty, oh yeah, dude, and they're gonna have that family plan out by the time it comes out and comes to Game Pass. So you're like, hey guys, $25 for all your friends to play. You know, like really, I can put 5 friends on my Xbox account. And we can all play Call of Duty. Yeah, dude, it only costs you $25 a month. Yay, that's a good deal. I mean, it sounds cheap. You know, next thing you know, they're all playing Call of Duty all the time and they're spending $25 a month for it for like 2 years. But I mean, okay, let's put it this way: $25 a month for 2 years for 5 people to play Call of Duty. What is that? 12 times 25 is that's like, yeah, that's a lot of money for 2 years, bro. I actually didn't mind that Joel got the axe. They didn't play it safe, and I thought it was fine. Plus, Joel did some very bad. Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of, you know, Chris, that's kind of the way I was just like, I knew there was, I mean, I heard about the controversy before I bought the game and I just didn't care. Like, I just didn't care. I was like, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to play it. Like I buy all Sony first party games and I play them. Like, I don't care. Like it's already pre-ordered. I already had it pre-ordered and prepaid for far before them leaks even came out. And I was like, all right, well, when I get here, I'll play it and I'll try it. And I went into it just being like, okay, well, okay, like whatever. And then yeah, I saw it and I was like, oh, I see. And then everybody was just freaking out about it. So I just kind of shut up about it. I just like, I don't really care. It is what it is, man. It happened. It was a decent story. I ended up liking Abby more than Ellie in the end. And I was just like, all right, cool, man. Be more mad if Ellie died. Yeah, not on stream, dude. I might be playing something here in a little while after our live stream, but dude, I feel so beat down after work today, and I've had like a headache this last couple of days and stuff. So I don't know, man. I just haven't really been like, oh yeah, I want to just sit and, you know, play it. I want to play games, but just not live stream. I don't know. I might live stream some more Ghost of Tsushima tonight or whatever, but I don't know. Neil Cookman needs to be fired for making us wait 7 years just for his political game. Oh, I know, huh? See, I don't, and that's one thing, man. I would much rather them not let the politics of the world influence the content that they're making for us, because I don't want to pay for that. I don't want to pay for that. I don't like either one of these freaking useless parties that we have in this country. Like, I don't care for either one of them, and I don't want to be I don't want to be force fed nonsense from either one of them. Like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, I don't want to play that. I don't really necessarily. I seriously, I mean, like if it's a game that I really, really like and it's full of that stuff, man, I'll like just be like, oh gosh, I'll just play through it and try to ignore the story as much as possible. Was a jet walking back. Red. Oh dang. Ghost Recon games. The game scene is looking dry lately. Yeah, it is. I mean, I had my PlayStation on yesterday, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the still photos because you can go on to God of War now, and you can pull up the still photos like I did with. Hey, what's up, HYC? How you doing, man? So I pulled up those pictures that you can see and you can look at on your screen, and I'm looking at them and I'm looking at like the like the textures and the world environment, the geometry, like all of that other stuff, and I'm just like, wow, dude, this just it looks like a PlayStation 4 game. Like it still looks like a PlayStation 4 game. And I mean that's not bad because PlayStation 4 games look great, but I'm just like, gosh, dude, and it's like they want us to pay $70 for this. I feel frustrated, man. I feel frustrated with Sony and their marketing. And then with their like developers coming out and being like, yeah, man, $70, that's a good price. It costs millions of dollars to make. And I'm like, if you're out here trying to justify it, like I really don't feel like it's worth that much money. Like I'm like, oh gosh, that's like making me a little bit skittish. You know what I mean? Like, not dry for me. God of War 2018 was a good game in 2018. Like it was good. It was fun. I've tried playing that just recently, and I'm like, man, I'm having a harder time getting into it now. So let's go up with a friend of mine. It's on Gamepass. It's awesome. I downloaded it, Tara. I downloaded it. I just have yet to have a chance to get in there and really check it out. Now maybe Sony will get off their high horse and get back in the mud because competition is on the way and they don't like it. Yeah, I hope they do. I wish they would bring out Socom, dude. Bring back Socom, Sony. I'm telling you, bring back Socom. There's a lot of us old fans that love that and would love to see the return of it. Even if you spice it up and make it a little bit like, dude, I would even be okay if they did like a Socom 4 type deal. Like if it came out and it was like a little bit more realistic than SOCOM 4, but still catered to that like run and gun mentality. Like I would be fine with that. Like I don't really care. I like SOCOM. I've always liked SOCOM. I would buy those games hand over fist just to play them. I like playing games for the most part. Sometimes I don't really care if they're like, I don't know, man. It depends, man. I'm moody sometimes. Good. I just got off work, trying to find the energy to play some games. Oh man. It's hard on Fridays, man. It's hard to play on Friday. Saturdays I've been sleeping in like super late, man. It's just the summer takes a lot out of me, man. Xbox game gets delayed, ponies up. Let's make content trashing Xbox. Yeah. This new generation, I don't see much different in the graphics. Not yet. They haven't changed the graphics yet. They really haven't. Like, that's what I'm saying, guys. Like, we're freaking out, and like, we're not even going to get good games until like the end of the generation. And it's like, yeah, man, crank out these games. And I'm like, dude, if it takes them a couple more years to give me a next gen freaking Starfield or whatever, I'm okay with that, I guess, at this point. Like, I don't really care. Like, it is what it is. I will live on third-party games until my bangers come out. Like I want bangers, dude. I want to see what my consoles can really do. And everything that we're getting in between that now and that, like seriously, dude, we're getting PlayStation 4 games, guys. PlayStation 4. The game is called Soul Hackers 2, dropped this month. You might like it. I've seen that. I have seen that. I've been considering that, Jet. I have been considering that one. I haven't pulled the trigger on I haven't pulled the trigger on it just yet, but I might pick that one up. I don't necessarily know if it's in the budget, but I don't know, man. This month, next month, I mean, I guess I could just forego I already told everybody I was going to get that one, so I'm going to get Saints Row and check that out for people too. Did you like it when you finished it? What happened to Mr. Din? He'll be back. He's probably just taking a nap. Mr. Din is just sleeping. Had to buy the network adapter for the PS2. Good times. Yeah. The network adapter, the freaking big fat hard drives, dude. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, you got a network adapter with your Dreamcast. Persona has too much dialogue. That's why I had to stop playing it. What did you think of Tales of Arise, Azen? SOCOM with some PUBG mechanics would be dope. I think if they actually brought SOCOM back and made SOCOM like an actual tactical game, the closest that PlayStation has to that right now is that Fire. What's that game? They have this one that's a PlayStation VR. It's a VR game. What the heck is that game though? I have it, but it kind of, I don't know. I mean, that one might Firewall. Yeah, Firewall 0 Hour. That one's all right. I played that one. It's not bad. They could definitely do that. If they just turn that into a third person game, it'd be good. I'm guessing you buying Gotham Knights. Yeah, I'll buy it for you guys. Yes, Vanguard looks beautiful. You know what, Snooky Jackson? I just made that video of World War II, Call of Duty World War II. That game looks freaking incredible on this 1440p monitor, dude. It literally looks insanely good. But I don't know if that one had HDR because when I need to try to re-record that game using my capture card because I was using the the PlayStation, and like for some reason recording them games on the PlayStation in the 1440p mode, it is washing them out. It's washing them out, and I'm like, wait a minute, why is it doing that? Tales of Arise. Oh my gosh, I want another one. Oh yeah, Tales of Arise is freaking incredible. I thought they are. Didn't they? They said they are making another Tales game. It's Tales of. There's another Tales game coming out. I thought I just heard one. Saints Row. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that too. QuickTime events. Oh, I see. I play more retro indies and third-party games on my Series X. These new games are not really doing it for me. Yeah, I've been thinking about actually doing like some playthroughs of some other games, man. Like I want to jump back on Elden Ring and start playing that more. Oh, oh. I'm thinking about actually doing another playthrough of Control Remedy. I'm actually thinking about doing another playthrough of Ghost of Tsushima. Some of these games that I'm really just thinking about going back through. Yeah, Thymesia. It's supposed to like I'll probably be picking that up on the PC. It's supposed to be coming to console as well. If it comes out on console, I'll buy it on console. But Thymesia is something I was going to buy on the PC, and it's supposed to be out here in just a couple of days. Thymesia, Xbox. Oh, I see. Thymesia, Xbox. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I played Mad Max. I didn't finish it though. I did play it. Like I was the open world was kind of just at first like I was just kind of bored with the whole desert thing, man. I was getting I yeah, I didn't finish it. I have it. I have it on PlayStation. Oh, we pushed it to August 18th. Yeah. Judgment and Lost Judgment. I do have both of those. Yeah, I do have both of those. I have not finished either one of them. I bought Lost Judgment and I got to this thing where like you got to go to like the school or something. And I got like the main plot. Like I'm to the main plot now. To the main plot about the yeah. So I'm starting. I'm at the main plot where it's starting now. So I think I might play it. That was another one that I was like, oh gosh, I want to play this game in 4K and it's not 4K, so I'll just play it on the monitor. Back when that game came out, dude, I was still a little 4K junkie, man. I'm like, oh my gosh, snap 4K. I was crying about 4K. You know what changed the 4K thing for me was freaking Dying Light 2, man. Dying Light 2. If that game wouldn't have came out at 1080p at 60 frames a second, I would have been frustrated. I bought that game and like it kind of helped me change my negativity about the 1080p thing. So I want to play. Band-Aid said they aren't working on another Tales of Arise type game. They said they have no plans for it. Really? I didn't hear that. The last I heard they were making another Tales of Pystria or something. I like all the Souls games, but I'm gonna have to be honest on sometimes those kind of games have blood blowing. Had to take a break from it. Don't want to have a heart attack. Oh yeah, they get your blood going, don't they, man? Oh, my first one I completed was Bloodborne, dude. That game, man, I would beat a boss and my heart rate would be going so bad, and I'd be like, whoa, man. I was like, whoa, dude. And I was like, oh my gosh, man. And I fell in love with them. So I mean, like I play them a lot. I don't get as anxious as I did on Bloodborne. And then right after Bloodborne, I beat Dark Souls 3. I went through Dark Souls 3, and then I started getting the other ones, and it kind of was just like, man, I was playing stuff like Surge and Surge 2 and all these other games, and I'm just like, I just don't. I mean, I like them, but I don't yet fully understand them to the point where I can min-max and make good builds and stuff. So I'm still learning that. So I just take my time. I'm really close to beating Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. But man, I got to the monk, to the corrupted monk, where you got to beat it 3 times, and I can only get it down twice. And then I was whooping my butt. But here's the thing, like I'll play it and then I'll die a few times and I'll just be like, whatever, and I'll turn it off, and then I won't go back to it for a while, like a month or two. And then when I get back on it, I'm like, oh man. And so I lose that skill that I built up. I mean, I played it religiously every day until I got to where I'm at. But then I was struggling so hard with this freaking monk, man, this corrupted monk. And then they update the game and they would change it so you can't get up in the trees and jump down there and get like second blow. And so that frustrated me. So I quit playing it for a while. I'm like, yeah, I hate it when they update those games after they come out and change stuff like that, because it's like, I just want to be able to, I don't know, man. Everybody else got to cheese it, but I couldn't cheese it. Sorry, 1440p 120. Where banger is? What is that supposed to mean, Chandler Roast Man? Where banger is? Where's the bangers? There's no bangers, dude. Nobody makes bangers anymore. Nobody makes bangers anymore. The only banger is Elden Ring. Elden Ring is a pretty dang good game, man. I like that one. That's like a game of the decade for me. I'm name calling. Oh, I see. She tells everyone that I platinum all those Souls games except Dark Souls 3. Nice. Gamepass family plan going to be $25. Yeah, $25, man. And you can send people, is what they're going to do is they'll let you get into your thing and you'll send them an email to go ahead and link to your Game Pass subscription, man. Elden Ring a banger? Yes. Horizon Forbidden West is not a banger. It is a pretty decent average game. That's why I gave it a 90 in my review, because it's pretty good. And now that they fixed that game, it more than deserves that 90. It deserves that 90. But dude, it's an average game. I mean, a lot. I guess I'm being a little bit generous with it, but I really loved the first game, and the second game, while the story wasn't as good, it was still an extension of that first game for me. And I was like, yeah, dude, I really like Horizon Forbidden. I really like the Horizon series. So yeah, I think it's worth playing. I do. I think it's worth playing. Is it a banger like Elden Ring? No, dude. Elden Ring is a freaking fantastic game with tons and tons and tons of hours of gameplay. Whereas Horizon Forbidden West is a pretty linear game, man. Like, you can get through that, and the open world is not as interesting as the first game was. So I mean, like, I didn't really care to run around and explore that a whole lot. So, oh, I see. Yes, where's bangers? There is no bangers, sir. XC3 is a banger, bona fide. XC3. You want to talk hard games? Play Ninja. Oh yeah, Ninja Gaiden are freaking hard, dude. I used to be able to beat those. I used to be able to get through those when I was younger, man. Like, I don't, dude. These games are getting a little bit hard. So what happened is, like, back in my early 20s and stuff like that, up to about 25, I would say from like, started playing games up till 25, I was like a really, like, oh my gosh, yeah, dude, I'm just like hardcore gamer. And then after that, I start building a family, and I start, building my career, stuff like that. So I kind of like started going casual for a while. Like, I was literally getting to the point where I would just, like, yeah, dude, like, I was getting casual. But now I'm starting to get back. I'm starting to build back up that gaming. Starting to build back up that gaming, like that. I like the challenge type deal now. But for a while there, yeah, like, I was starting to go pretty casual, man. And I think it was because of the design of these games, literally catering to the casuals. Because I mean, like, dude, do you remember when Splinter Cell first came out? Like, that game was hard. That game wasn't easy. That game was hard. It was a challenging game. You were like trying to sneak around and be all super stealthy and stuff. Those were challenging games. Now everything's just going for this, like, run and gun mentality that's, like, super easy, and like your characters are like super freaking bullet sponges and stuff. I cleared Bloodborne, Lords of the Fall. So, rule, I bought Lords of the Fallen on PC. Oh my freaking gosh. I remember playing that on the PlayStation 4, and I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. But on the PC, dude, oh my freaking gosh, that game looks so next gen. It's not even funny. That game is beautiful. I mean, I like what Hangar, it's not Hangar 13. What is it? Deck 13? Deck 13 for those guys, right? Deck 13 is the guys that do Surge and, Lords of the Fallen or whatever. That game's incredible. That game is incredible, and it feels so good at 100 frames a second. I was like, whoa, dude, this is great. Ooh, Horizon 2 makes me fall asleep while playing. It's so boring. I didn't fall asleep, but I did play it, like, I did rush through it. I did rush through it, for real. I did rush through that game. Elden Ring exposed the gaming industry. I know, Elden Ring comes out right next to those bangers and puts them right in their place, dude. Boop. Oh, that game is wicked. Yeah. Oh, I'm doing good, the real Eddie. How are you, man? Haven't seen you for a little while. Welcome back. Thank you for coming and hanging out tonight. I really appreciate that. I don't know, man. I do. I wonder if people get sick and tired of seeing my face every single freaking day. Pretty soon they're going to be like, Frog Boy's the new Dreamcast guy. I'm like, no, man. Like, I try to be fair, even when I'm complaining about my PlayStation stuff. Like, I feel pretty good about it now. Michael, what's up, man? Thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. Frogman, you talked about Game Pass family. Yeah, dude, I was talking about that in the beginning, and we've been talking about it. Okay. Now that there's more people here, this is my feelings on the Game Pass family plan. So they are going to roll this out, and they're going to give you the ability to give that to 5 people that are, or four other Xbox in the same country. I don't know if I 100% like that. I wanted them to keep it, like, contained, to the Xboxes that you have on your account. just because I feel like that the potential for the prices to rise a lot higher because of that, because everybody that buys the $25 thing is going to make sure all 4 other people get a freaking code for that. Okay. Like they're going to make sure that everybody gets that. So essentially everybody's going to be paying $5 a month for this. If they had it, just for the family, it's like I got an Xbox, my daughter's got an Xbox, Junior's got an Xbox. I got 3 on there and I'm paying the $25, the same as everybody else. And like, to me, that's okay. Like, I'm okay with that. Because you guys have heard me before talk about that and how they're going to charge $25. I think that's Frog. Can you hook up Double with Naked? I'll see you. If Naked shows up, Double, I'll tell them that you are looking for them and that you want to be their friend. Is there my Stray is McQuarity? No, Stray is not quality. It's all right. It's all right. I mean, I don't hate the game, but if I had a jump button, it'd be way better. So what's your opinion on the top 3 Souls games as far as difficulty? I would say Sekiro is definitely the hardest. Sekiro is definitely the hardest one that I've played, but I also liked that one. I also like the combat of Sekiro way more than Bloodborne and more than Dark Souls. I think it feels like I like the way Sekiro feels. But yeah, I think that one's the hardest. I think Bloodborne would be the second hardest, and then after that would be Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 just wasn't as hard as either of the other two. The other two are a lot more stressful, heart pounding than Dark Souls. Dark Souls was probably the easiest one that I've beat. I haven't beat Dark Souls, 1 or 2, and I haven't beat Demon Souls yet, but it's one of those things. If people are tired of seeing your face, they better keep that same energy towards MBG and him always on his knees. Oh my gosh, dude. That's so bad. It's okay, Sony. Don't worry. I'll damage control this for you. I mean, like, I'm a damage controller for Xbox, but Xbox sends me a check every month, man. I get a check from Xbox literally every month, dude. So I have to say nice things about them. Every time I download games on Gamepass, it's like cashing another check, bro. Oh, dang. I mean, I guess if Sony starts paying me a little better with my subscription service to Sony, I don't know. What are we getting for August? Has Sony even said what we're getting for August? We just barely got Stray for July, right? We got Stray was July, right? Yeah. So what are we getting for August? Are we getting a new game for August? A day one? Are we getting any more day ones, Sony? They're like, no, we're gonna give you some more freaking 20-year-old Ubisoft games, bro. I'm like, oh, well, all right, that's value. I mean, it's good, but I already own them all. That's what I don't get it, man. Why did they keep it all comes out, guys. He's an informant of Xbox. He wants to buy Game Pass. He wants us to buy it. Yeah, I'm gonna need you guys to buy some Game Pass. Game Pass is the best pass ever. It's the best pass. Tony Hawk's PS4, PS5 versions. No, that you get on just you get that just regular PS Plus. You get that's just PS Plus. I already bought those games though, man. I already own them. I already own these games. I did download, or I did go ahead and throw the Yakuza in my thing. Yeah, dude, Naked, if you're gonna show up today, it better be super chats. $50 for the 30 seconds it takes for one of my mods to get rid of you. $50. And I'm gonna need that. And you can't be like trying to get back out of that. I'm gonna need those $50 freaking super chats, Naked. Naked. Oh man, yeah, guys, he makes me pay to be his friend. Yes, I'm gonna need you to start. You guys have to pay me money to be my friend. Nah, dude, I would never charge anybody. Like I try to be as fair and open to the community. It doesn't matter. I mean, like I said, if you guys want to support the channel, do it. Handle it. If not, come here and hang out with me. I don't care either way. Like it's awesome to just do what I do, man. I just want you guys to start watching the videos more. Like let me tell you guys, I got some videos that I put out the last couple days, and yeah, I'm gonna need you guys to watch more of these. I mean, this is pitiful, man. Solo War Medieval, really sitting at 27 views. Come on, you can do better than that, guys. You can do better. It's only freaking 11 minutes. Control 175 views. You guys can do better than that. You can do way better. You can definitely do better than 136, man. Gaming Fire. Oh, dang. You guys need to watch Solo War Medieval, man. If you guys are into Medieval and Solo War, probably a fun game for you. Oh, man, you're cool. I'm just joking. Oh, I know. I watch all my videos. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, Dab will. I need you guys. Yeah, I think we can do better than 130 views for videos, man. Seriously. We can do a little bit better than that. Oh. What do you think of this title, 1440p? 1440p is great. I think it's great. I think I'm going to just put everything at 1440p. Like, so those 1440p videos are actually doing pretty well, better than I thought, but I thought they would actually be doing better. PlayStation losing as console market leader. Yep, they are. They are definitely losing. K the Barbarian. Microsoft is leading from behind. No. Microsoft is about to like really pull ahead. But that's fine. You don't have to believe me right now, bro. You don't have to believe me right now. You can just wait for it to happen, and then you can be like, "Oh man, Frog, you were right, dude. You kind of understand like gamers and like dude, I used to run a video game store, man. Like I kind of know gamers pretty intimately on like I know they're cheap. I know gamers are cheap, bro. I know gamers are really cheap. I had thousands of people a day coming through my store, man. Like I know gamers pretty well, bro. And like when you get something like Gamepass out there and then you start buying stuff like Call of Duty, people are going to be like, Call of Duty, like, and they're going to look over there at Sony and they're going to be like, oh, I see. I get this one for free and I have to pay you $70. No, I'm going to go get it for free. I know how gamers are, man. Call of Duty is going to change things. I think it's going to even it out. I think it's going to even the playing field out. Okay. That's my honest opinion. I feel like PlayStation and Xbox going forward are going to be a lot more neck and neck. Than they ever have. I think it's going to be pretty close for the rest of the generation. I really don't think either one of them is going to win this generation. I think it's going to be, they're both going to like really vie for our money. And I think they're both going to come out neck and neck. If that's my honest opinion, that's how I feel about it. That's what I see happening right now. That's the way the market is moving. You've got like these other ulterior, you've got these other, factors that are pushing things that way too right now, especially with inflation and everything else the way it is around the world. Like that is pushing people toward the Xbox brand just because they still want to play video games, but they still got to buy milk and eggs for their kids. You know what I mean? They still want to play video games, but they still got to be making milk and eggs for their kids. And if they got to buy milk, eggs, and gas, they're definitely not buying Sony games, bro. And you got to understand, like the casual market is going to follow the best deal, just like they did when Sony PlayStation first came out with $20 cheaper games, man. Like those games were way cheaper on the PlayStation, way cheaper. And you could get more of them than you could on Super Nintendo. And then when Super Nintendo came out with the 64 and still was like, oh yeah, the cartridges with their like whole little premium thing, like nobody cared, bro. Nobody cared about the Nintendo 64. They did, but they didn't. You know what I mean? Like you could get way more bang for your buck on a PlayStation. Way more bang for your buck. And then Sega Dreamcast came out and did really good. And then PlayStation 2 came out and they were just like, whatever, we give up. Oh, it's like people are looking to find worth in their purchase by seeking the validation of others. I know. They're like, Frog, please just tell me my PlayStation's good. Dude, your PlayStation's fine, bro. Like, I'm happy with my PlayStation. Like, you should be happy with yours. Frog, please tell me my Xbox. Dude, your Xbox is just fine. Frog, but there's the PlayStation guy said I had no games. You don't right now, man. Play some third-party games, man, until more stuff comes out. Grab a freaking Game Pass subscription, dude. You got a lot of stuff you can play on there. You're not going to be bored, man. I think it's so funny, man. It's like people that really sit and think that like the first party game, dude. At that video game store I ran, we would sell first party games, and guess which ones always came back far faster than any other games out there? Games that were trash and they weren't any good, they came back within a couple hours. Sony first party games. Sony first party games would always come back after people would beat them. Not as much back then, you know, like with games like Socom and like some of their games like God of War, stuff like that. Those games would stay out a lot longer. But you could, I mean, like seriously, you would sell like Devil May Cry 2 and God of War 2, and those games would usually come back right around the same time. Within a couple of days. Within a couple of days, you'd start getting the used copies of all of these games. And that's still the way it is right now. You go over to GameStop or anywhere, dude, you can see used copies of Sony first party bangers already right there on the shelf, dude, for sale. You can already see them, man. It's $89 over there. Dang, man. I know I keep talking about $70 here, and you guys are like, what are you talking about, man? We pay a lot of money. I'm here, guys. Come to my Twitch channel for Naked. Dub Will, Naked's here for you. You guys need to go into the back room. You guys need to go into the MBG's back room or whatever. No, I'm just joking. Oh, dang. Lots of woke of us 2 copies. Oh yeah, man. That game was getting put on the shelf pretty quick, man. That's the thing, man. I don't understand why like dude, Sony's first party games are pretty good, but usually they're one and done to a lot of gamers. A lot of gamers are going to buy those games, they're going to beat them, and they're going to take them back. The one thing that's going to start separating that is because more gamers are starting to buy digital over going to the store and getting a disc. Hey, Patrick. Oh, I really like Bridge of Spirits, man. This game is pretty great. Yeah, it's pretty fun, man. I like it. I thought it was good. I did think it was good. Sony first party movies get it right. Oh, I know. Dude, how many times can you watch a 30-hour movie or a 25-hour movie or a 15-hour movie? No, I'm just joking. It's like Spider-Man Miles Morales. You got to beat it twice to platinum. Oh my gosh. Nope. Not doing that twice, buddy. I'm not doing that twice. I like playing Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man, way better than the Miles Morales one. The story for Miles Morales was pretty good. Like, I don't have a problem with that. But in terms of replayability, I would much rather be in the non-snowy New York than the snowy New York. And it really just has to do with the aesthetic of the world. I think the world of the original Spider-Man game is beautiful. I like the different colors. I don't like the way the city looks in the wintertime. I just don't like it, guys. It's not as visually appealing to me as the first game. Is my pork chops done? Just about.
I was just wondering when you wanted to eat.
Oh, I see. Got about 18 minutes left. Is 18 minutes okay?
Might be cold.
Oh, I see. I don't think it'd be cold. Combat is very good. Reminds me of it. The combat of Bridge of Spirits, if you really think about it, Patrick, is literally identical to Horizon Forbidden West, bro. Literally identical. It's pretty much identical to that game, dude. I mean, granted, it does got. Well, I mean, yeah. When you crank the difficulty up, because I started that game and I played through half of it on really hard on the hardest level you can go, and then I played through the other half on story because I was just like, yeah, dude, I'm just gonna get through it. But it's such an amazing. It's amazing how that game transforms to, like, you know, it's like 2 different games. The biggest reason I stopped playing it on hard is, like, when it first came out, is because, dude, it was just it felt a little bit, you know, like when you're playing a game like God of War or something on hard, it doesn't feel cheap. But Bridge of Spirits was kind of feeling a little cheap on the harder levels, so I just was like, yeah, with the enemy placement and stuff is more God of War. Yes, you're right. You're at the shrine tree right now? Oh, yeah. That's about where I got. Is that... No, I got past the shrine tree in hard. I was I was gosh, how far did I get before? I think I got to just after that shrine tree before I before I before I dropped it down. I'm obsessed with The Last of Us 2. It's definitely been updated since then, so Twisted Metal would be fun, as Dusk Falls was good. I finally got my wife. She's gonna play. She's gonna play an hour of it with me. I was running into a bug, so I restarted my PS5. Then figured you were probably streaming, so I hopped on. Got to get back at it in a second. No, you're good, man. I do. I drive a Chevy Silverado. Is it obvious, Iron Beast? Is it obvious that I'm a Chevy guy? I like Chevys, man. Like as a mechanic, I would much rather work on a Chevy than a Dodge or a Ford. And yeah, dude, I gotta have a truck. Gotta have a truck. Gotta have a truck, man. Chevy Silverado. I love my truck, man. I like working on Chevy too, man. I understand Chevy a lot more than Ford or Dodge. Their placement and everything just seems more mechanic friendly. You get into Ford or Dodge, and it's just a little bit more like it's just kind of irritating. Scotty Kilmore. Yeah, I've seen a couple of his things. Yeah. Ooh. I guess that's a little bit quicker than 10 minutes, but that's fine.
But you can wait to eat.
It's going to be very cold if I wait. Oh.
Well, I don't know what you want me to do.
Oh. Oh, it's fine. Thank you. Oh, I see. Nothing wrong with that. Just loud. Volkswagen Golf. See, I've owned a lot of Audis and I like to work on Audi too. A lot of work because of mailing. Yeah, you're right. The melee in Kana is a pretty solid game. For the price, it is a pretty solid game. I mean, I'm happy that God of War Ragnarok is finally going to launch. Yeah, $25 is a really good deal for that. I'm happy that God of War Ragnarok is finally going to launch, but I'll know more about it when I beat it. What happens in the next God of War? Huh? I don't know, man. Like I would love to see it go to like Egypt or something, but I also feel like Sony Santa Monica is restless and want to move on to a different IP, a new IP. If they kill off Kratos, I'm done with it. It might be, man. It might be you, the writer. Yeah, I don't even know if Corey's even. I know they've expanded. So I think Corey might be working on a different game. Like 3 times, I know. Scorn? I'm gonna check Scorn out on Game Pass. I don't. You've only played the 2018 game? How old are you, Shadow? If you don't mind me asking. Aesthetic of Scorn, but the gameplay. That's kind of where I'm at. It looks kind of slow, and God of War will be delayed again. I don't think so. I think they'll get that one out. Are you in your early 20s, Shadow? You don't have to tell us your exact age, but you should go back and at least play God of War 3. You can get it on PlayStation 4. At least go back and play that one. And kind of see what, because God of War 3 plays pretty close to what the original ones did. Yeah, you can get God of War 3 on PlayStation 4. Yeah, it's already gold, isn't it? They just got to make us wait until the holiday season. I think Sony better call up. President Biden and tell him to get them gas prices under control so that people can buy their game. I think it'll be good. Remember, I know it looks the exact same, man. Well, it does. I think that's what's kind of throwing me off about it. Because it does look. See, I liked Ascension though. I thought Ascension was fun. It was more God of War. I'll never forget that in God of War 2 when you were walking through the desert and all that sand was blowing and like it looks so cool. Actually, you can play all the God of Wars on the PlayStation now. Except Ascension. Oh, you never beat Ascension? Yeah, I've beat every single one of them, even the ones on I even beat the ones on PSP. Chains of Olympus and gosh dang it, what was the other one? Gosh dang it, I can't remember the name of the other one. I thought there was two of them. There was two of them, wasn't there? No, maybe it was just Chains of Olympus. Oh yeah, Ghost of Sparta. That's it. I think a lot of people in this community have both. OCD gamer. I did put. I did tell everybody. I did tell all the. I did post a thing for the members. Tell them I was going live. There's a lot more people in this chat that have PS5. Sev has PS5. I don't know if he's still here, but Dub Will has PS5. Patrick has PS5. Jay Gaming, I believe, probably has PS5. OCD Gamer has PS5. Everybody has PS5s. Everybody's a PS5er. I'm a PS5er. Gamer for Life has PS5. Chris has got a PS5. Yeah, man. A lot of us have PS5s. Kenneth has PS5. A lot of us have PS5, man. We just all don't freaking hold Sony in our freaking hands and coddle them, bro. Sony's the market leader, bro. Like, they're the ones that need to be called out. I'm a pony. I'm a pony. I'm an X-bot riding a pony. He had a PS5 until gas prices hit $5 and he had to take it to the pawn shop. No, I'm just joking. Ponies. Oh, every time I put my plate down there and the dog comes in, she goes insane on it. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. It's all about the games. Yep, exactly, dude. It doesn't matter. It's the games. Games are what really matter. That's what really matters. Yeah, that's pretty true, Mr. Huggabist. Xbox fans are gamers first and then fanboys. But dude, they're not. I don't know, man. Like, you could talk to most Xbox gamers. This has been my experience since I started this channel. Most Xbox gamers, they're cool with hearing about PlayStation. They don't care. They don't freak out and unsubscribe from my channel when I do a 1440p video on the PlayStation 5 and express my gratitude for, like, oh, it's pretty cool. They don't get all mad and I'm unsubscribing. I mean, what's worse, you know? Foods tend to carry they lit in them. I got my PS5 and Series X getting freaking groceries. Nice. Meyer Foods. I like more Xbox, but PlayStation is also fine. Yeah, PlayStation's solid, man. It's not bad. Dude, the PlayStation 5 has literally been in early access since launch, dude. Since launch. It's barely starting to get freaking features that I consider more of a next-gen console. Because the 30 FPS just wasn't doing it for me, man. I don't care. I would much rather have 60 FPS than really pretty cutscenes, guys. Ghost of Tsushima is 1440p, and 1440p is beautiful. I wish I played it in that resolution, but I beat it when it first came out. That's why I think I'm really considering doing a second playthrough, man, because that game is friggin' beautiful. Next gen Tendies. I can't wait to get another Nintendo. No, you turn around. I see you coming for my plate. Oh, I caught her red-handed this time. She's like, no. She's like, ah. Do the expansion. I'm working on it. Oh, I've already beat that. I beat that in a couple hours. They're like, nah, nah. I was like, yeah, it's only 5 hours. I'm like, nah. I was like, $30 for 5 hours. I'm like, nah,
No, you're talking about our PlayStation 5 games like that. You're supposed to take cash like that. You're gonna make those people that want to play it. It's PlayStation.
I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
PlayStation. We love our PlayStation.
I'm like, why?
They're like, oh, no, to make players.
And I'm like, yeah, sometimes they're pretty cool. Stream Ghost Frog. Love to watch it. Ghost. Oh, Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah. We'll do that. So funny you said Kano was like Horizon because I started using the bow, had the tree shine to beat it, and it felt like see, you doubt me. You doubt me, Patrick. I was like, yeah, combat. See, that's the thing with Kano Bridge of Spirits, though, is like the more when you start opening up more of the melee tools like the hammer and stuff like that. The parry's pretty cool in there. You like, you can parry them, right? It does have more. It does have better combat. It's just the combat buttons mainly, and the the dodge and everything. It's pretty much more like it's pretty much more like Horizon Forbidden West. But then God of War, yeah, it does feel it's pretty cool. Naked might buy Steam Deck for me. Getting into PC gaming, any recommendation to play on PC? Right now I'm looking at right now I've been working on Expeditions Rome, freaking incredible, and then Guild 3. Guild 3. These are two I've been playing more RTS games now that I have the that I have a PC. I play a lot more of those on the PC than I really do anything else. So those are like the games I'm exclusively, because I'm trying to learn how to play them better and I want to get into them more so that I can cover them better on the channel. So that's one of the things I'm forcing myself to learn. It's not that I'm having to force myself. I like the games. I like the idea of the games. It's just sometimes RTS games can feel really boring and slow at first. So with my ADD, that usually like screws with me when I'm trying to play those. I can no, you get out of here. No, you don't. I love parrying on that game. It's so freaking cool. Matthew Perry. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, I love the parry. Let's seek it out in a game with a parry. Yeah. Kana's pretty good, man. I think it's a good game. I think it's a solid 8 or whatever I said in my. I think I gave it an 8. I just reviewed it the other day. I think it's pretty good. You didn't buy that game because I told you to buy it, though, Patrick, did you? Can't have people buying PlayStation games. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, I think that one's pretty good. Wait, there was another game you were asking me about too, Patrick. Bridge of Spirits, or because I think you were saying, was that? Yeah, I think it was you. Feel about Xbox unlocking the memory in the Series S Frog. Oh yeah, I did read about that. I think that's pretty cool. I just bought it because I saw it on sale. Yeah, I do think that's pretty cool. I would like to see. Yeah, I played Sleeping Dogs. I have it on PlayStation and Xbox now. It looks really good on Xbox, running at 60 frames a second. Oh man, see, when you hear about like the laser discs going out, Colt, that's why I just one less thing I got to worry about buying digital games. Oh, all right, guys. Well, our 2 hours is up. I'm probably going to have another video out tonight. You guys better hurry up and get over there and watch that Solo freaking War Medieval. Show some support. It's a fabulous game. Fabulous game. Solo War Medieval. I did see a review before I bought it, though. So it influenced it a bit. But like you said, like if you said it was trash, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't have bought it. I've noticed that since I've had this channel, Patrick, very rarely have I said any game is trash. I I don't agree with anybody calling any game trash. Like, I don't think any game out there is trash. I think there's people out there that would like it because there's games out there that I love that people probably don't like at all. And there's games out there that I don't really care for, but I don't know. I don't think I've said any game is trash, and I probably won't. Unless it's like Drawn to Life or something, like Drawn to Life. I don't know about that game, buddy. I guess you could. I mean, there was this. What was this? What was that game? Let It Die. I don't know if anybody ever played that. It was on PlayStation 4. Let It Die. It's kind of like a Souls type game, but you're like climbing this tower. Not even that game. I don't even think that game was trash. I think it was all right. Superman 64. I loved Superman 64, man. I thought it was the best game I'd ever played in my life. Wasn't trash. It was just different. Very different. Not exactly the Superman experience we were looking for, but it was Superman, so I was happy. Oh, I see. No. Oh, all right, my friends. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make some videos and stuff. I gotta try to get some content out there, man. I need the clicks really, 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 really bad. Hey, we got 52 likes. If you haven't liked yet, hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Are you serious, man? I lost 2 subscribers during this live stream. Really? Really? Really, guys? Really? You don't like my opinions? Oh, I see. I hate that, man. It was probably a couple of people that subscribed during the 1440p videos. It's so hard to keep those guys happy, man. Once they subscribe, and if I don't praise Sony every single day, then they're like, "Oh gosh, I'm leaving, man." And I'm like, "Why, dude?" Yeah, it sucks, man. They both left. I was like, I don't know. It sucks, man. Frog, I just bought a 40 inch. Why did you do that? And you're sending it to me, right? You're sending it to me to review it, and then I'll send it back to you. Hardly ever unsub to people I like. Exactly, man. Like, I've subbed to like Review Tech and everybody else. Like, I won't unsub from them because, I mean, like, obviously if I subbed to their channel, they'd said something or did something that I liked. So I was like, yeah, cool, man. Maybe I want to hear what they got to say later, Like, even Dreamcast guy. Like, I don't agree with every single thing Dreamcast guy says, but sometimes he hits the nail on the head for me. And I'm like, yeah, dude, that sounds about right. I do watch, I don't watch him that often anymore. I mean, because I got my own channel, but I have listened to a couple things lately that he said. I think the other day, I think it was Ice Cold Cabbage. He unsubbed because of 1440p videos. Gosh damn it, Cabbage. No, I know. He's like, peace, I'm out of here. These 1440p videos are driving me nuts. I'm like, why, dude? They're great. 1440p is the best the PlayStation 5 can do. At least let it have that win. Wait a minute. I just can't handle Dreamcast guy spitting everywhere. I know. I think MBG isn't bad too. Consolidate all the PS info. Yeah, I start. MBG is one of the guys that helped me get over my whole PlayStation fanboyism. To be completely honest with you, I was watching MBG and he was always just like really, really upbeat and happy about Xbox, and I was like, maybe there's something more to this Xbox, because I was a literal freaking PlayStation fanboy, dude. I didn't care about Xbox, and if it wouldn't have been for like MBG and Colt Eastwood and like some of the like Mads Gaming and stuff, I probably would have just kept my nose turned up at the sky about Xbox, and I'd have been like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I like those guys. I think there's a place for them on YouTube. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, they're people. They're just, most of the stuff they say, they're just trying to work like some little angle to get their views or their clicks. And, I mean, like, YouTube has this whole analytics thing. You can go through and look at what's doing really good. And then you're like, oh yeah, well, this one did really good. Cause that's kind of like a thing. They're like, go in here and see what your top 5 videos are and then make another one just like it. So MBG in there, he's like, oh yeah, look how many people talk to like okay. So he keeps doing it. And then pretty soon you're in a cycle doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. And if you guys haven't noticed, like my subscriber my subscribers, you know, started going down a little bit, and you know, kind of just staying like a little bit steady now, because I stopped doing the PlayStation hate videos all the time. The PlayStation hate videos were increasing the we're increasing my my subscriber count, and I started thinking, I was like, dude, I really don't want to be a PlayStation hate channel. I don't want to be a PlayStation hate channel. So I've tried to just start putting out stuff I want to put out, man. I don't want to have to be stuck in a rut making useless content that I don't care about every single day just to grow this channel. Like, this channel is great, it's awesome, and I want a solid community of good gamers, man, of people that really game, and they care, and they want to they want to be a part of a community that cares back, you know. The PlayStation hate thing, you know, I'm really trying to move away from that. If you guys haven't noticed, I really am trying to move away from it, but I mean, because I've been a PlayStation fan for so long, if they do stuff that like I'm not cool with, or does aggravate me, yeah, I'm gonna say, well, we're going volcano and OCD. You don't worry about that. PlayStation fanboys, dude, they're fair game, dude. They are fair game. PlayStation fanboys are so freaking rude and ignorant. I don't. Yeah, we'll go after those fellas whenever, man. Like, I don't care, man. PlayStation fanboys and PlayStation are a little bit different, man. Because even PlayStation fans hate PlayStation fanboys. Like, they do. Like, PlayStation fanboys are so ignorant, it's not even funny. At least the Xbox fanboys, I mean, if they're like really hardcore Xbox fanboys, they're probably not part of this channel, because I say nice things about PlayStation pretty often. So they're probably not really part of this channel either. The PlayStation fanboys, man, they just come in and try to disrupt everything. So yeah, dude, Sony ponies don't play games. They play, exactly. They're all on Twitter. You guys, seriously, you should go over to my Twitter page if you want to see how I talk about those guys, dude. The only one I think is a complete nut job is King. Yeah. I get their whole hustle, guys. Like, I get it. You know, if you're on YouTube, and it's almost like YouTube pushes the negative content more than they push the good content, to be completely honest with you, because it's like weird. Like, I'll put out that PlayStation stuff, and those videos will get a lot more. They'll get a lot more impressions, like a lot faster, because there's people out there looking for that stuff. They like, oh yeah, they tune into that stuff. And I mean, like, obviously drama sells, man. It really does. It's the drama. Yeah, dude, the drama sells more than neutrality, dude. People don't care about neutrality. They want drama. They want to be entertained. And drama is entertaining, to be completely honest. Him for years. Yeah, see, I mean, like, and I'm pretty new to this. I've only been doing this for about a year and a half now. I think next month we're at a year and a half for this channel. And I don't know. I think we're doing fine. I'm really just trying not to forget why I started this channel in the first place, because I did not ever intend to start this channel to bash PlayStation. Like, no, dude, I've grown up playing PlayStation. I've been a PlayStation fan for over 27 years now. I didn't start this channel to bash them. I did start this channel to let people know, like, hey, man, like, right now, Xbox is an amazing value, man. You get Xbox is an amazing value. PlayStation Plus Premium is a lot better than what I thought it was going to be, to be completely honest with you. I do think that service is worth having, because if you ain't got money to buy a game, there's plenty of stuff on there to download and play. Not just stream, download and play. They do have some pretty decent titles in there. It's a pretty decent value. So El Presador, nah. If I had a channel, I'd only have Naked as a member. I know. Naked, where's some freaking super chats? Naked. He does, and I was trying to move this channel away from that. I don't want to be a PlayStation hate channel, because there's going to be times that, like, PlayStation's going to make me happy. Like with this 1440p update, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, think about it, guys. I got this over a week ago, and I'm still happy about it today. The VRR update really freaking irritated me because, yeah, dude, it didn't work. Let's see if it works now, man. I didn't try to update my Vizio today, so I wonder if my update's ready to finally happen. It's only the 5th. I'm so sick of waiting for this update. Oh, it's really been frustrating. Actually, somebody said to reboot the TV and then try. So if it doesn't work on this one, I'll reboot the TV and then I'll try again. Does that make sense? I don't know. Started the whole thing talking about games on YouTube. He was a PS guy. See, it says it's up to date. Dude, this is so freaking irritating. There was somebody that said it was on there, but I don't know. It's starting to get really frustrating waiting for this update. I guess people were getting access to it early in the morning, but I work early in the morning, dude. Like I can't jump up and be like, "Oh, is there an update for my TV?" I wonder if there's an update. I mean, I'm pretty comfortable with how fast we're growing on this channel now. I mean, like we're getting pretty solid people in the community. You know what you guys think? I think we're getting pretty solid people in the community nowadays. Now that I've kind of, calmed down with the whole freaking fanboy stuff, but I do really think that Xbox is going to do a lot better this generation than a lot of the PlayStation fanboys seem to think about it. So, all right, my friends, I'm going to go. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I really appreciate it. We got up to 61 likes tonight. That's awesome, guys. If there's anybody in here that hasn't liked yet, please like so that more people can see this. That's all I ask. I just want more people to be able to see this, to be able to come and enjoy the fun that we all have here together as a YouTube family. We are family. We are family. You should like everything we do. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it, man. You guys are awesome. You guys are really awesome. I appreciate this beautiful community that we've created together. So, yep, we're going to play some video games for a little while. So I'll see you guys later, man. Thank you for coming. Until the next one.